Today is a day when we mark the strength of Adam and Rose's relationship and the depth of their love for one another. Marriage means making a commitment to cooperation, friendship and mutual respect. In marriage, each partner cares for the other and supports them in all that they do.
Now there is no more loneliness, but each of you will be companion to the other. Now you are two persons, but there is only one life before you. May beauty surround you both in the journey ahead and through all the years. May happiness be your companion to the place where the river meets the sun.
I declare that I know,
Declare that I know,
of no legal reason,
of no legal reason, why I, Rose Ellen Moore,
I, Adam John Rees McCauley Wilton, may not be joined in marriage
may not be joined in marriage
to Rose Ellen Moore.
to Adam John Rees McCauley Wilton.
I, Adam John Rees McCauley Wilton,
I, Rose Ellen Moore,
take you, Rose Ellen Moore,
take you, Adam John Rees McCauley Wilton,
to be my wedded wife.
be my wedded husband.
I vow to care for you with love and friendship.
I vow to care for you with love and friendship.
I will support you in whatever lies ahead.
I will support you in whatever lies ahead.
I will love you now for the rest of our lives.
I will love you as I do now for the rest of our lives.
Rose, with this ring I give you my hand, my heart and my love. Please wear it as a reminder of my love for you, today, tomorrow and always.
Adam, with this ring I give you my hand, my heart and my love. Please wear it as a reminder of my love for you, today, tomorrow and always.
You are now lawfully married. Congratulations.
afternoon and welcome family and friends to Rose and Adam's special day. So Rose Ellen Moore was born on the 27th of February 1993. She was perfect, a beautiful baby. She was quick to learn, quick to smile, quick to laugh, quick to walk and quick to talk. And once Rose could talk, she never stopped talking. And that became a common theme at parents' evening. So usually something would be said along the lines of Rose is lovely or Rose is very capable, but she never stops talking, and that's very disruptive for the rest of the class. However, there was one comment made by one of Rose's teachers when she was at Rossett School which struck a chord with me. And made sincerity that Rose was the nicest child that he had ever taught. And this was countered when I became aware that Rose had been given by her peers at school the award for the person most likely to end up upside down in a bin. When Rose was growing up, I used to try and get her to listen to a song by Maddie Pryor, the title of which is Rose. And whenever I put the song on, Rose would get really embarrassed and she'd run out of the room. And I don't think she ever listened to the words in the song at all. So I just want to read a couple of lines from what I think is a very beautiful and moving song. Rose is a wild flower, an April shower that washes all my cares away. Rose blows delicate kisses and then screams like an old fishwife. So anyway, some of the lovely lyrics. My advice to Rose in growing up was always try and be kind. Kindness costs nothing. Value those people who are important to you in your life and let them know how much you mean to them. And nurture your relationships with your friends. As we journey through life, we need friends, and both Rose and Adam have lots of lovely friends, and I'm pleased to say that many of them are here today. I knew I struggled with this speech. She was lovely and great fun when she was growing up. And she's grown up to be a kind, thoughtful and caring person. A beautiful, intelligent and very loving daughter and big sister, whom Susan and I love dearly and are both extremely proud of. Okay, to wind up, Rose Ellen Moore is unique and so extremely precious. But I could not have chosen a more perfect life partner for her than Adam. They are lovely people and so good together. So it remains for me to thank everyone involved in organising today and helping to make it special. Special thanks to the beautiful bridesmaids and to the mother of the bride and to Fewy and all the groomsmen. And I would like to thank you, family and friends, for sharing this special day. So I want to propose two toasts. And the first is one that my mum always used to propose at family get-togethers. And it's to remember those family and friends who, for whatever reason, are not able or could not be here today. So, to absent friends, I just want to say that may the bonds that are forged here today between Rose and Adam, and between our two families, stay strong until the end of time.
Yeah.
To Rose and Adam.
Cheers.
Thank you.
On behalf of me and my wife, I'd like to say a massive thank you to everyone for being here to celebrate our wedding. We've had an amazing day so far, and without you all here, it wouldn't be the same, but it would be cheaper. On to Rose. So, I met Rose 11 years ago in November as a young 18-year-old in my first year at university. I think it's safe to say neither of us thought we'd met our future wife or husband at that moment. Regretfully, or perhaps not, our first encounter started out with a little white lie, as Rose asked me how old I was, before adding that she wouldn't speak to anyone younger than her sister, Maddie, who was 19 at the time. Of course, without hesitation, I said I was 19 to continue that conversation. The lie lasted only about 24 hours, as Rose questioned me the following day on my gap year, to which I replied, I didn't take a gap year. It was at that point I could see Rose deliberating on whether or not I'd been held back a year at school. And whilst that might be a shock to some of you, that wasn't the case, and I swiftly came clean that I was, in fact, 18. Thankfully that didn't deter Rose from continuing to speak to me, and fast forward 18 months, we moved into our first home together in Liverpool. Something wrong with this microphone?
Yeah, a bit
Down, okay, sorry. A short 8 months later, after our flat flooded following a burst boiler and spending 3 months living in hotels, Tony and Susan kindly offered for us both, well, me, to move back to Harrogate to live with them. I'm pretty sure this was Rose's plan all along, and I can't say without certainty that she wasn't responsible for the flood. Harrogate has been my home now for 8 years, although wherever I'm with Rose would feel like that. You look so beautiful today, as you always do. I feel like the luckiest man in the world. You always think of others before yourself, and I love our time together. Plus, you let me play golf whenever I want. And I hope that continues into married life. And before I pass over to my best man, if you'll all please join me in, well, you don't need to stand to be fair, but raising a toast to my beautiful wife. Here's to a lifetime of laughter, love and happiness. Cheers.
Not many of you know who I am, so I'll quickly introduce myself as Jamie or Fuey, or sometimes Falsey. John? Yeah. It's been an honour to witness the special day, so I want to start by congratulating the newlyweds. More so Adam for pulling this off for the last decade. Still not convinced Rose knows what he's really like. I did Google this, so I don't have to say it, but everybody really does look stunning. Especially Adam and the lads. And of course, I'm sure everybody agrees, Rose and the bridesmaids do look amazing. I know it wasn't easy for you, Adam, admitting I am your best man. Paying compliments isn't something we've ever done. It's a little bit weird when it does happen. You'd all understand if you witnessed the conversation when he asked me to be his best man. He handed me a box, said, "Got you this." I opened it, said, "Yeah, go on then." He said, "Decent, let's go play golf." And that was it. We didn't speak about it again. You know? Went on 2 stag do's, rocked up today, handed over a couple of rings, and here we are. So yeah, it's been said Adam and I are incredibly similar. A few people I think have said we're like a double act. Now, everyone you've introduced me to said the same thing to you. It's just like you, but shorter.
That's fair.
So yeah. Through our mid-teenage years, Adam and I always discussed the possibility of growing up, moving away, and the panic of having to socialise with other people. And with that in mind, I genuinely believe my sacrifice is the real reason you're here today. If I'd have gone to uni with him, there's absolutely no chance he'd have made any friends, let alone meet his future bride. So giving up a degree at Jill is the best early wedding present I could have given you. Now I can back this up with one of my early memories of Rose. So just before they moved to Harrogate, the three of us bonded during a Let's Meet Huey day. Middle of summer, these two, fresh and in love. The only thing on Adam's mind was to test her limits and wind her up as much as possible. To the point, she almost left and binned him off very long. Now, obviously I joined in, winding her up, and it did not go down too well with Rose. So I didn't see her again for 5 years. Every time there was a mention of me popping around, she'd suddenly whip another distant cousin out of thin air and visit for the weekend. So yeah, it's nice to finally meet you all. Now, I'm not sure many of you know this, but there's one thing he loves in life above all else. Above his failing passion for golf, his love for Arsenal, and his love for his lifelong companion, me, and even above his new bride, Rose. So I've got a little present. It wouldn't actually, it wouldn't really be a special day without it. So
Is that the bag that you're...
that is a bag you bought, yeah. Recycling, mate. Bag of my own. So yeah, enjoy them.
That's a great...
Yes, it's not bad, is it? We'll have them tonight. So yeah, I really do wish you two all the happiness. You've obviously put in a good few years of graft. You can finally call each other husband and wife. So again, I've put stand, but you can stay silent. Please raise a glass to Adam and Rose. I'm not even got one. Adam and Rose. Cheers, mate.
So I am reading this speech on behalf of Maddie, Rose's lovely sister and one of the bridesmaids, the maid of honour. I just want to say a big thank you to all the bridesmaids. You're welcome. So, to the beautiful bride and my amazing sister. Although I'm not reading this speech out and I'm not the best with words, I wanted to at least write one to let you know how much you mean to me. It meant a lot to me when you asked me to be your maid of honour. Life would not be the same without you. Growing up, I always looked up to you. You were my first best friend, and it was great being your little sister. I will forever remember all our memories, making our own paper doll houses, recording our own radio station, using my cupboard as a caravan, all of our dance routines, and sneaking into each other's rooms past our bedtimes. There are too many things to list, but all of these memories will remain the happiest and most carefree times to me. There is honestly no one that could replace you. Thank you for always looking out for me, for being there, and your love and support. You've always made sure that I felt loved and never alone. I will always remember and appreciate everything you've done for me. Now we are older, I still continue to look up to you. I am so happy for you and proud of all of your achievements. The dedicated teacher you are, your beautiful house, your motherhood to Fig, and your magical wedding at Ripley Castle. I love that we share the same humour and can still be childlike whenever we're together. We have been there through every milestone to celebrate the happy times and be there for each other during the hard times. You're the only one that will remember the song That's Entertainment the same way I do. Even if we've gotten older and don't see each other as much as we used to, that same sister bond has never changed. I will always be here for you. When I found out Adam had proposed, I was so happy and excited. Adam, I'd say welcome to the family, but you have always been part of it anyway. We both enjoy winding Rose up when we're together, but I hope she knows it's only out of the love we share for her. Thank you for making my sister happy. I hope you love growing old with Rose as much as I loved growing up with her. I truly wish you both the happiest future. So let's raise a toast to Mr. and Mrs. Wilton Law.
It's a privilege for me to share some words today. I'm going to keep it short and sweet in the form of a poem for Adam and Rose. So here it goes. It's an honour to speak on Adam and Rose's special day. First things first, I'd just like to say a big thank you to all for joining us here. We'll celebrate later with music and beer. I was so lucky to grow up with Ad. Oh God. My hand.
I feel like my leg.
Family. He was there for me through the good and the bad. Two peas in a pod, we have faced life together. So many memories that I treasure. Here are a few that I would like to recall. Believing we could do Morse code through the wall. A badly timed bike ride with a lot of leaves. Running up and down a hotel corridor at speed. You were always willing to swap one good sweet for two. That's the kind of person you are, kind and true. Liverpool and Sheffield would become our special places. We made friends, had fun and grew in those spaces. And of course, this is where you met your beautiful bride. Our time now spent as a four would be one of a kind. New Year's Eve, tramlines and panto, to name just a few, memories we will make as the Fab Taco crew. We know that we can always rely on one another. I can't tell you how proud I am of you, brother. Having Rose as my sister-in-law is an absolute gift. Almost as good as if she were Taylor Swift. Spa days, sing-alongs and cocktails by the strain. I look forward to our time spent on these days. It was clear from the start that your love from Rose came straight from the heart. You were made for each other, you're on the same page, and now it's time for you to take centre stage. A marriage is a privilege, one you should cherish, so be sure to fill it with laughter and fun. At times there'll be tears and arguments for sure, where honesty and talking will be the best cure. For now though, it's time to celebrate the start of a new chapter for these two to hold a special place in our hearts. Let's wish them the best as they move forward in life and raise our glasses to the new husband and wife.